Hello, I'm Gary Schank, and I'm running for Congress for the 47th District of California. I'm running as an independent conservative candidate, and I want to bring common sense back to Washington. In order to do that, I've decided to rely on some experts, and they're here with me today, and I wanted to introduce you to them. Well, in fact, why don't you introduce yourselves?
Hello, I am George Washington, co-founder of the United States of America and its first president.
Good day, and I am Benjamin Franklin, also one of the co-founders of the United States of America, its first Postmaster General and one of its first diplomats. And please, call me Benny.
Thank you. I think we will. Well, very well, let's get started. I feel that Americans are paying far too much in taxes. It's overburdening the people, and it's harming our economy.
Well, how much are Americans paying in taxes?
Well, some Americans are paying as much as 35–40%.
What? That is outrageous. We had a Tea Party revolt against King George for outrageous taxation, and then it wasn't that bad.
Well, we're having another Tea Party revolt these days.
And, well, we should be. How are Americans expected to prosper with such a preposterous tax?
That's just the problem. People are hurting all over, and they're losing their jobs and they're losing their savings. We need to change this.
You need to get to Washington at once, Gary, and correct this problem.
That's the goal, Mr. President. That is the goal.
Good.
Well, I have to tell you, this goes against all of our founding principles. Ours is a limited government. I'm wondering what part of limited they don't seem to understand.
Well, that's the problem. The current administration has no respect for the Constitution of the United States.
But I don't understand, Gary, even if you're correct. We created 3 separate branches to the government so that no one branch could take over.
Well, the problem now is that the current administration's party is also dominant in the legislature, and they're running roughshod over the will of the people. And this is the problem we're having today. Benny, can you tell me what you mean by limited government?
Well, when we formed this republic, the first thing that we wanted to do was avoid the pitfalls of governments that came before us. And what I mean by that is so the government does not control and interfere with the more intimate parts of our citizens' lives.
Well, this administration has taken over the insurance industry, the banking industry, the mortgage industry, and the auto industry. By the way, an auto is a horseless carriage. You'd love this invention.
I told you someone would invent that someday, didn't I?
Well done.
Thank you.
You'd look good in a Corvette.
Oh, Gary, I've never worn a corset in my life.
No.
And I don't plan on starting now.
Benny, not a corset, but that's okay, never mind. Now they're trying to take over the healthcare industry.
What? What does healthcare have to do with the government?
Nothing at all. And now they're even appointing czars to tell people what their salary should be.
A czar?
That's bizarre.
Indeed. But the people must stop this at once.
I agree. I need to get to Washington, as you said, and I plan to do so. Folks, we conservatives who love America will take this country back. We will vote the incumbents out of office, and we will bring America back to basics, back to the way that these gentlemen meant it to be. Folks, you can't win an election without help. I need your help. I need you to go to my website and help me by contributing to my campaign. We have learned that congressmen, even if they're not from your district, can drastically affect your life. Together, we can make this happen. When I get to Washington, your voice gets to Washington. I thank you for listening, and I thank you for taking this election seriously.
This message is brought to you by friends of Gary Schank. Gary Jet Schank for Congress. Well, read 'em and weep, George. Full house, Jacks over 8s.
Martha is going to kill me.